Pastor Peggy from Slave Lake Wesleyan Church.
And I'm Pastor Diane from Norfolk Wesleyan Church. Welcome to Find Out Friday! Woo-hoo! We're going to find stuff out.
Pastor Diane,
Yes?
This is weird.
What's weird?
We are wearing our aprons and we're not in the kitchen.
But, oh, right. Find Out Friday used to be about cooking.
Used to be.
Yeah. But now it's about finding out something.
Finding out something that can help us now and after now.
Yes.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
But it's going to be messy.
It's going to be messy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a special guest today.
Yay for special guests.
I like special guests. This special guest is no stranger to us.
No. She has been on, 3-4 times now?
She has been.
So hi everyone, I'm Laurie. I live in Slave Lake, and it's nice to see you again. So I currently work as a family resilience worker, and I work primarily with youth and children. And what we're going to be doing today is some painting. I guess you could call it a little form of art therapy. I'm currently studying my Master of Arts in Counselling Psychology, and in the mental health field, art therapy has been something that mental health specialists have really pushed for. Art therapy has a lot of really good benefits. It can increase your self-esteem. It can even help you have a healthier outlook on life because you're creating something that you've created. It can also boost your creative side. So maybe if you're somebody that doesn't do a lot with like painting or drawing, that can help that part of your brain activate. And you don't even need to be a good painter. It's just something that you can relax doing and hone your creative skills to, and then you have a really nice product at the end.
Kind of like Bob Ross. I think, was it Bob Ross? He was like, there's no wrong, there's just happy little things.
Happy little clouds.
Happy accidents.
Happy accidents. And that we can make into something. So I'm really excited.
I'm looking forward to this as well. I have not painted for, I think, 2, maybe 3 years.
Wow.
We did one of these in our ladies group.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love painting with other people.
So what are we going to be painting today?
We're going to be painting in celebration of spring, a cherry blossom branch.
Ooh.
I've never actually seen a cherry blossom in real life, but you never know, someday. I know people who live in BC get to see them quite often, so that's nice. Okay, so what you'll need is a canvas, any size you want. You'll need some paint brushes of all different sizes. You'll need some paint. And the colors will be listed on the screen. And a cup of water and some paper towels.
Cup of water. Oh, and paper towels. I got paper towels. Oh, I'm going to get messy.
I even have a palette.
And a palette or a plate or somewhere to put and mix your colors.
I got a styrofoam plate.
Perfect.
So it'll work.
So Laurie has moved and is now showing us her canvas and what she's going to create.
So we're first going to start off with a white, our blue, and our purple. And you can really use any kind of paint you want. These are like paints from Michael's. This is paint from the dollar store. You're gonna need quite a bit of white. So we're first going to start by using one of our bigger brushes. And you're going to dip the brush into your water. You don't want your brush soaked, but you just want it wet. This helps spread the paint. And what I'm going to do is mix my white and my blue together to create kind of like a sky blue. Okay. So when you have your blue on your brush, you're going to take and you're just going to start up in the corner and paint probably down to about the middle of your page. This is where the water can help you spread out the paint and blend it together.
Do we paint the sides of the canvas?
That's your personal preference. I don't, but if you want to, you can. Take paper towel and wipe off your extra blue on your brush. You don't need to wash it, just wipe it off. And I'm going to go into my purple, and you're going to do the same, but just on the other side, blending these two colors together. And this is where, again, your water will come in handy to help blend these two colors. Then you're just going to go over it, making sure that you don't have any harsh lines and that everything is completely blended together. And then you can rinse off your brush.
This is very, very relaxing.
It is. I find background is probably my favorite thing out of painting. It's relaxing. So now once your background is done, we just have to wait for it to completely dry. You can use a hairdryer to dry it, or you can just hair dry it.
Patience, you mean?
Yeah, with patience. And you'll want it completely dry so the branches and the buds, like the cherry blossom buds, don't blend into the background and the colors don't mix. It should be pretty much dry by now.
It is almost there, but still not there.
As long as it's not, like, you don't want it tacky.
Mine is not tacky at all. It's actually quite beautiful.
It should be good. Mine is
Okay.
ready. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our black, and you're going to take kind of like a medium-sized brush, and we're going to paint the branch. So I'll kind of outline how we're going to do it. So we're kind of going to start the branch up in the corner, and as like the main branch, it's going to be a little thicker, but as it goes out, it's going to get thinner. And then off of that branch, we're going to create some little ones. And if you look at a cherry blossom tree, they have a lot of little branches. And the way you can make your branch thinner is you start out painting flat like this, and then as you get further down, you turn it to the side, and it creates a thinner brush stroke. Okay, so I have my main branch done, and off of that branch I'm going to do some smaller branches. For this one, I'm actually going to grab a smaller brush so you can kind of see the size difference.
Okay.
And then off of that smaller branch, I'm going to do some even smaller ones.
You didn't tell us when we started the branch with the black to dip our brush in the water. Is that because we're not blending?
No.
Okay.
And because it's black and trees are not see-through, you want to use more paint, and you don't want it as blendable. Some tree branches kind of like twist and go kind of every which way. So this is kind of the part that you can be creative. I think I'm going to add another kind of thick branch going off of this one and down. Kind of mimicking the end of the branch, but what makes a picture kind of flow is looking like that the picture continues off the canvas.
Oh.
So instead of just painting on the canvas, you kind of want to imagine that the tree is bigger than the canvas and that the branch is going off of it. Okay, I think I'm done my branches. And then again, this needs to dry because we don't want to get any black in the white blossoms. Okay, so what we're going to do is take your palette and we're going to put our red on our palette. I'm just using one called Deep Red. And what we're going to do is take some of your white and a little drop of the red. And we're going to make kind of like a light pink. And to make the blossoms, we're going to be alternating between just the straight white and the kind of light pink that you just made. Okay, to make the blossom, you're going to have 5 petals. So I'm going to start right here. You can do like 5 little lines. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then start to fill in those lines.
And that's with the white?
You can either go with your white or that light pink that you just made.
Oh, okay.
Here's my first flower. It's about the size of my nail.
Beautiful. So what you can do is on maybe some smaller branches, do smaller blossoms, and on bigger branches, do bigger blossoms. You're just going to be alternating between your white and the light pink that you made and making blossoms all over your tree. What I'm going to do now is take some of my white or my light pink, and maybe in some of the spaces that there's no branch, you can create blossoms like they're falling off the tree. So to do that, you just kind of paint one petal. So you kind of make a little small tip and then make it a little bigger as you go down. While that's still wet, take a little bit of your red and highlight it a little bit. So to do the center part of the flower, take some of your red, mix it with your white to create a light pink, but darker than any of your flowers. And then you're just going to take that red that you have and put it in the center of your flower. Kind of going along the shape of the flower with the 5 petals, but it's like you're doing a smaller flower. As you're doing the center, if you want, you can add a little bit of highlight to maybe some of the outside of the petals. Just kind of tracing along the petal like this. I think I'm gonna take some just straight red and add it through the middle of a few flowers. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to take your yellow and put it in a blank spot on your canvas. So you're going to take a brush, maybe the smallest brush that you have, and you're actually going to use the end of it.
Not the brush, the other end.
Yep. And you're going to dip into your black. In the middle of the bigger flowers, dot them with the black. So what you can do with the yellow, if you have a small brush, you're going to take a little bit of the yellow, and alongside of the black, you're going to do another little dot. Not covering up the black, but just kind of beside it. When you've finished your painting, you can pick one of the colors that you've used and sign somewhere in your painting. Some people like to sign right in the middle. I actually sign down in the corner. Okay, let's see your paintings. Let's hold them up to the camera.
I put COVID 2020 so I remember when I did it.
Yeah, you can even write, like on the back, you can write the year.
I guess painting is fairly economical as well, because once you have your paints, like these are like $1 from the dollar store, usually. But what do you need? Do you need a canvas like this?
No, there's a lot of flat canvases that you can get. You can even have like a mixed medium paper that you get at like a craft store.
It'd probably be a great way to, like, if you have an old piece of furniture or whatever, to paint on it, like the top. I know that the table that we'll post a picture of, we just sanded it down, she painted over it, and then we varnished it to protect it. It was a lot of fun.
I did.
It's a great way to spend a couple of hours, and especially something as simple as this, because it's not that complicated.
No.
And it was fairly easy but repetitive and relaxing.
And I loved how they all turned out different. Even though we were all kind of following the same instruction, they all turned out a little different. And that's like the wonderful thing about painting, and that's why for a lot of people it really does promote some self-esteem, is because it's something so individual for a person. It shows somebody that they can do something.
And why would our pictures look the same? Because we are three different people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shows like the individualness and the creative side of everybody, and how people interpret things different ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been a lot of fun. So thank you, Laurie, for doing this with us.
Thank you.
Being with me.
Mm-hmm. So from Slave Lake, Alberta, I am Pastor Peggy.
From Slave Lake, Alberta, I am Laurie.
And from Norfolk, New York, I'm Pastor Diane. We will see you next week for Tasty Tuesday. Until then, be safe.
Be healthy.
And be the church.
Yay! Bye, everyone.